Hello, people of the internet. Now that I am done Titan Souls, I will now play a game that is hopefully easier. Though, probably not. I'll probably have some frustration moments. So, this game is Halcyon 6, a game where when I first saw its trailer on Steam, and it said that it was a game that was recommended for me, I instantly thought, yes, this game looks amazing. And so now I'm playing it. As you can see, the fact that there's a continue button as well as a load game, I have played this already, but fortunately this will still be a semi-blind playthrough, mainly due to the fact that the 1.1 update has come out since the time I started playing to when I started recording. The 1.1 update literally came out earlier today, so I thought, oh, that's convenient, I better start the series. Where now, entire tactics I used in this game now are obsolete with the new update. So anyways, what is Halcyon 6? Halcyon 6 is a space survival RPG strategy game where you are the commander aboard a space station called Halcyon 6, as you can see at the side of the screen, and, well, evil aliens appear, and explaining the story, I'll really just explain it as I go along. And there are some moments where there's just lots of grinding and stuff, and those parts I will probably speed up, because now, rather than just cutting out parts, I will speed them up, because I found out that things are much more entertaining, really boring things are much more entertaining when they're sped up. Anyways, new game. I'm going to play on Commander difficulty, which is a higher difficulty than I have played before, but as it says here, this is the way Halcyon 6 is meant to be played. Well, let's go. And I'm gonna still have the main campaign set up so that I can see the intro video. Really all that really all that main campaign does is it's the game with the intro thing. I think that's how it works. But anyways, without further ado, let's start the game. I'm going to die. This is going to be frustrating. I have not realized what a mistake playing on normal difficulty may have been, since I'm only used to playing on easier difficulties. I mean, I completely screwed up the prologue part on the difficulty below this. For half a millennium, the spacefaring races of the galaxy fought and conspired against one another for supremacy. But it was the Terran Federation, through the ingenuity and bravery of its officer class, that ultimately prevailed. Through the discovery and utilization of ancient artifacts left over from a long-dead precursor alien race, they put an end to the disastrous series of wars between the factions. One of these precursor artifacts is your home, Halcyon 6. The crown jewel of the Terran precursor discoveries, the starbase acts as the Federation's home base in the Halcyon sector. Commanded by Admiral Brihmanchandra, the Federation's most decorated officer, and protected by the 12th Fleet, the starbase is permanently staffed with a variety of Federation officers, with the mission of unlocking its mysteries. Today, however, the station has received some unwelcome news. A garbled hypercast ordering the 12th Fleet's return to Federation space. With the intention of returning as soon as possible to continue the work on the experiment, Admiral Brihmanchandra leaves you in charge of the station. Prepare for warp. Admiral, we've arrived at the rendezvous point, and there's no sign of the welcoming force. No hypercast signals detected earlier. Think we're early? Broaden your signal detection, Captain. The 4th and 8th fleets are expected to join us as well, and those Titan-class ships are hard to miss. Admiral, I'm picking up something. Definitely not Federation in origin. Some kind of... whatever it is, it's getting stronger, sir. Sir. Of course, simulate huge energy waves by having the screen shake up and down. I've never seen anything like this before, sir. Some kind of portal. Admiral, I'm getting multiple ship readings, all heading for our position. They must be coming out of that thing. Engage combat. Unknown hostiles. I repeat, unknown hostiles. We might have to get a little creative here. Here we go. Command Rogers, Admiral Ramachandra, and Commander McLaurin. Anyways, Commander, they're powering up weapons. We should take the initiative and attack first. Click on the highlighted button to attack with the Incisor Beam power. Target the spiked alien to fire the Incisor Beam. Next, use your backstab maneuver to inflict ship disabled and prevent your enemy from attacking. Now, the loadouts of these ships, as far as I've seen, they're only like this during the intro. Target the ocular vessel to disable. Admiral, we're picking up more of those portals on the sensor. Now they're surrounded by portals. We're being surrounded. Admiral, we need to jump now. Back to Halcyon 6. I forgot. Oh god. What is that? That thing! Jump now, for God's sake, jump now! What I don't understand is everyone's always screaming about trying to get out of there, but no one actually gets out of there. Like, ever. Commander, we seem to have lost our hypercast link with Admiral Ramachandra. Okay, I think that's the last time I have to say his name. And the 12th Fleet. Halcyon 6, Starbase Commander. As the motto is, explore, exploit, exterminate. Survive. And they don't point this out, but you have to click to continue this cutscene. With the 12th Fleet destroyed and little information as to whether the Federation still even stands, you and your crew are stranded in hostile alien territory, cut off from resupply and in desperate need of more crew. You have little choice but to continue working on Admiral Brahmachandra's experiment to try and unlock the power of the station. Meanwhile, enemies may soon catch wind of the Federation's weakness, and use that as an opportunity to strike and claim the station for themselves. Choose your first officer. Okay. So, as far as I can tell... Let's see... Yeah. This guy is my best choice. Korban Lau. I'm just gonna quickly scroll through his biography thing, so that if anyone wants to read it, then they can. And yeah, so the main thing is he has access to the Doom Cannon, which I really like, because it does a crap ton of damage. And there's actually a thing... Well, weapons like the Doom Cannon actually got nerfed in the recent update, where at the beginning of the battle they have a warm-up time so that they take a certain amount of time before you can use them. What I don't understand is that certain techniques like the Nano Repair Field and Doom Cannon, for some reason they have a cooldown period even though you can only use them once per battle anyways. Anyways, he also has backstab maneuver, which is a great technique, and then he also has fire at will and weapon supercharge, which I do not use that much. Also, his ground abilities are pretty decent. And you may be wondering like what these percentages mean. It's because it's like these attacks utilize that percent of that character's attack power. So if they're above, like this would be 5 times his regular attack power, and this one would be just his regular attack power. Some do less, some do more, and they all have different abilities. Tactical officers are the most daring and quick-thinking officers in the Federation. Their power repertoire consists of sneak attacks, immobilization attacks, and combo attacks, while their buff powers can often add aim and damage boosts to friendly units. In space combat, tactical officers are able to command tactical ships, which are hardest hitting of the 3 ship classes, tactical science and engineering. Confirmed choice. Sorry to wake you, Commander, but it looks like we have a situation. Our sensors have picked up a fleet coming our direction. The signals suggest a pirate origin. We should expect them to arrive here in 48 hours. In the case of hostilities, the experiment may be our only hope to defend ourselves. The crew will work around the clock to make the necessary preparations. Oh, I always wondered why you couldn't actually do anything during this phase. It's actually because, like, the crew's getting all the systems ready. That makes more sense. Commander, the oncoming fleet we detected has just entered our space. It is a single pirate ship, likely hostile. Patching them through now. Federation Starbase. Our scouts detected the departure of your fleet over a week ago. You're now at the mercy of Admirax Zeb of the Zealots clan. And someone has walked into my room. One moment. Anyways, that's Rarzub Toe Slicer McCormack. Which, sounds kind of ridiculous. Hand over the starbase, and we'll allow you to return to Federation space. Comply, or we will commence orbital bombardment. It's kind of hard to do orbital bombardment on something that doesn't have gravity. This is the scenario screen. The screen will appear during missions that require key decisions, such as attacking, retreating, or using an officer to gain a special outcome. In this case, the pirate fleet is demanding your surrender. Choose the response below. Reject. You can actually choose to surrender, and apparently that's like an instant game over and also gives you an achievement. I might do that sometime later, but not now. Not through this playthrough. I forgot, you Federals love your precursor toys. Prepare for bombardment, Federation scum! Commander, in light of this development, we should begin initializing the experimental starship creation process now. Ship construction button. The Rogue is the only ship we can build. And then construct the ship. It will require this much crew and this much dark matter. And, of course, we by default have resources. It will take that many days to build. Turn to the star map. Skip time. This guy will not actually bombard us. As you can see, we're not losing crew, which is what happens when people bombard us normally. Launch in T-minus 3 seconds. 2, 1. Matter creator deployed. Patero. Commander, the experiment was a success. All scans suggest this newly constructed ship to be combat ready. She just requires an officer to command her. So now just get Orban Lau to pilot the ship. Oh, I just realized the HUD looks different than I last remember it. Then click the Starbase approach, which is where everyone trying to reach the Starbase will go whenever they try to get there, whether it's diplomatic or hostile. Okay, this is all looking different than I remember it. Traveling to Starbase approach, fleets. Okay, actually, other than like the positions of things, this looks the same so far. Select the Rogue to add it to the fleet. Now click Launch Fleet to dispatch my fleet to the selected location. Oh, there's the Customize option, which I don't have yet, but it's one of the new features. There's also Evasive Maneuvers, which is great because you sacrifice using your turn for being able to dodge attacks. Let's just press this button to forward time, and the pirate swoops into attack position. Attack pirate ship. Okay, so this is how combat works. This episode's probably going to be like longer than a lot of the other ones because I'm just explaining lots of mechanics of the game. So by default, I'm just going to start off by using Crippling Shot, which will take out their engines. And into them, they will have less speed, which yeah, as you can see, now I can actually move twice in a row, right after he attacks next. That's because his speed is much lower than mine is, and my speed is high enough for me to be able to attack him multiple times. So let's just use Grass. Okay, he dodges. Rats, well, there's always next time. Okay, what is up with this? His evasion is 0. So, how did I miss if his evasion is 0? Anyways, also, this is showing his weaknesses and resistances, so this shows how there's that much less of a chance of those things affecting him, and this will show that he takes extra damage and is more likely to be affected by these specific techniques. In this case, he will take extra damage and has a higher chance of getting inflicted with engines down. Because the base hit is 83%. I've just gotten incredibly unlucky. Also, somehow he's vulnerable to this, even though it isn't, like, themed. Oh, he's just vulnerable to everything. So this is a 100% hit. And now he's down. Thrilling gameplay. My first victory of many. Commander, we have a long-range hypercast coming in, putting it through now. From time to time, the leaders of various factions may contact you via the station bridge. I don't believe we've met. Feel free to refer to me as the Admirax, a title that denotes my supreme command over the pirate clans in this sector. Now, Commander, or should I say, acting Commander. My spies tell me I should congratulate you on your new post. They've also informed me that your fleet has fled the sector, leaving you on your own. And so I'm giving you the courtesy of informing you that we will be visiting you very soon. As this is my territory, and so your station now belongs to me. And unlucky for you, I've united all the pirate clans to help me take it. I highly suggest that you turn tail and return to Federation space. If you are of another mind, stay where you are, and prepare for your deaths. And the thing is, the station is technically in Federation space, based on the territory we're in. Anyways, engage combat. Doesn't even give you the really dumb choice this time. Shez, Slob, Joker, Gunwald. Time for death, Federation pig. I will avenge the death of Rarzub Toe Slicer and deliver this station to the Admirax. I applaud your confidence. Next time, apply it more constructively. Still alive. Yeah, so spray and pray. One of the weakest attacks in the game. It has a cooldown. Yeah, apparently spray and pray has a 1-turn cooldown. Anyways, I'll just go with Crippling Shot. And it has I don't think it actually had a cooldown this time. That or I just never noticed. And so I swear the gameplay gets more exciting later on. Especially when you get more ships to use. Wait, crap, they're attacking a lot. They're not supposed to... This isn't supposed to be difficult. Why is this happening? Some of his download boxes are stacking on top of each other. This person's speed is ridiculous. Let's fix this. There, he's finally defeated. It only took more than half of my health to defeat two of the weakest ships in the game. You know, I think I actually prefer it when I'm outnumbered. No, you don't. You can always return your fleet to the starbase by first clicking on your desired fleet and then return home. Okay. Yes, I require an extra source of energy to regain our full sensor capabilities. We found out how to create a diatherium reactor, so now I get to learn about researching and building. The diatherium reactor, I have to research it so I can build it. Then I go to the starbase menu. Now I have a menu of all of the different rooms. Go to this ruined room, get Korban Lau to explore it. It will take 2 days, so I have to go back to the starbase menu, the star map menu, and press fast forward until it notifies me that he is done. We've cleared out the room. I gained experience points and materials. Show the location, successfully cleared the room, build the reactor. There we go. Then return to the star map, and skip time. Normally during this time I would be exploring another room, but the tutorial doesn't let you do that. Okay, the station's fully powered, sensors are back online. Now we have a navigational map of all the systems, and I'm supposed to try and defend these facilities at all costs. 1 minute. Okay. So, yep, if they get attacked, they'll send a distress signal. If we go here, the Ghost Head Nebula is sending us a distress signal. The locations of all these facilities is randomized every time, but, well... the Ghost Head Nebula is always right next to you, whereas the other ones are all randomly placed. Though the locations do seem vaguely similar to where they were last time. Anyways, it's just a single ship. Check his thing. Okay, so he's especially vulnerable to hull breach, and try to not use his resistant to ship disable, weapons destruction, and sensors offline. I don't have that significant at all. I don't have stuff on hull breach, so but whatever, it's still a tutorial. The main game hasn't actually started yet. Good thing you turned up when you did, yes. Some stuff got destroyed. Fuel reserves. Just click the fuel from the station. Then I can just return home. There. And the quest is completed. Got some resources. The game lagged a bit. And now we have a briefing. So this is right before the main game starts. So, upgrade the starbase and fleet, recover Federation facilities, and investigate space pirates. So for this, basically they want me to add more rooms, then build an officer academy to get more officers, and also build more ships. They kind of forgot to mention that. Then there's recover Federation facilities, because all of these areas, we don't know anything about it. So some of them are destroyed, some of them are still operating, some of them might get under attack. Then investigating the space pirates, because they have some territory here. I can go after their scouts or just wait for them to attack me, then pick off their invading fleets. But I should only do that once I have a full fleet of 3 ships. And now we start the main game. Before I start, I should directly promote a new officer from the ranks. List of suitable officers. Now this part is actually randomly generated. Oh, Tim Simmons. He was from one of my previous playthroughs. You know, I'll actually use him. So, let me just... scroll down this for anyone who wants to read the bio. So he has a supercharged polarity, which increases his damage resistance, but also makes every enemy want to attack him. Death from above, which disables enemy ships, but may cause hull breach to himself. And then Repair Drone Overdrive, which is a repair drone on overdrive. He also has lightning-based attacks, a Mind Toss ability, and the ability to heal people over time. Oh, and they changed the reroll option from 2 rolls to 4 rolls. Nice. Ready to work, Commander. Just point me in the right direction. Anyways, oh, distress signal already. Fantastic. So, that about wraps up the first episode. I will see you next week, where I will now start exploring this vast area. There will probably be a lot of sped up footage. And, anyways, I've been Ninja Wiz, also known as Jack. I will see you next time. Goodbye.